Hello and welcome to Other Realm Studio. I'm Paula and let's see, today we are working on some digital painting. And let's hope that it works out better than it did yesterday. Why is this orange? Okay. Alright, so last night I didn't have the eyes painted in. So I did that earlier today because I was tired of looking at blank eyes. Now she looks a little bit stunned, but at least it's not, the horrific blank nothingness. Let me get my headset adjusted. Okay, so let me remember where I was with this. Okay, there we go. We will work on clothes. So earlier today, I was brainstorming some topics and stuff I could talk about, and um, I have some good ideas. I have some things that are really on my mind that I'd like to discuss. Um, I have some thoughts about culture and the world and, you know, your place in the world at any given time and what it is you're meant to be doing in a general sort of sense, and also very specifically because it's something I've been working out for myself as well. But I'm not entirely sure I'm ready to dive into that as a topic tonight. I'm still mulling it over. So let me see. Now, I'm still very pleased with how this shadow's come out. I'm really excited about that. That turned out really well. So what it is, I had the silhouette. It had very harsh edges. I pulled out some details, changed it up from the original bit of clip art that I used for it. So it's significantly different than the original form. Like, all I really used the original form for was um, just to get the proportions right. And then I made the hair and the facial features more specific to the character that it depicts. Let me see. What am I working on? Okay, I'm on the right layer. So I'm going to do a kind of warm undertone for her hair. And I will probably trim down some of this back here. I really think I got that looking a little too thick and sloppy there. So let me see. Okay. So I didn't really get the flats done on this, which, it probably would have helped. But I can fill it in fine without actually doing a flats layer. I'll do like the messy bun, you know, the mom hair sort of deal going on. So actually, I think that it's not going to look that neat. All right. But the family's getting rearranged and the rest of the house, so I'm a little bit distracted right now. They're supposed to be getting ready for bed. I don't think it's happening. Okay, let me see. Let me use a slightly bigger brush and go over the kind of rusty brown color here that I've got going on. We'll see how those blend. Let me take down the density. Come on. And bring up the stretch. Maybe a little bit less paint on the brush. And so that'll help it, blend more naturally, so I don't have to move on to the blend tool again. There's a lot of back and forth going on. Yeah. So probably for Monday, I will have more topics to discuss, kind of sticking to a theme that's a little bit more about what I can speak to and what I know, which, I'm really a beginner at a lot of things, but still, there are some things I do know. Okay, so let me go into the skin tone and, oh, whoops. This will adjust things a bit. Okay, so that was in the clothing layer, which it doesn't need to be. Okay, so we will neaten that up just a little bit. And that'll help the hair lay a little more naturally. Nope, don't like that. Let's try that again. Nope. Okay. So I think in order to get these strands right, I'll have to zoom in on it. So let's see. Let's make this smaller. Hey, Mystic Fire 96. How you doing? Oh, same. Um, I don't like this update that Restream is doing with the chat. I don't really need a I don't really need a whole tone and everything every time somebody says something. It did not do that before I did the restart. Oh no. Well, it didn't do it that time. I don't know. It's like, oh, and my computer jumped a little bit right there. Oh no, it did it that time. No, it's probably, I didn't restart Restream. Yeah, but I did update Windows, and Windows is a little bit notification happy. I'm no, maybe on Restream there is. Let's do notifications. Let's take a look. Yeah, let me just turn those off. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, that was gonna be maddening. But I think we're fine. Everything's cool now. We don't have to go crazy. Let's see. Was gonna do more blendy stuff here, but maybe not. Let's see, I need to work on the eyes a good bit more. But before I get oh well, thank you. Um, before I get into doing like the highlights and stuff and um too involved in just fixing the face here, I can't leave this like this. I still can't. Okay, there. I really should do more of the background. No, I haven't ended the stream. Okay, so this is Clip Studio Paint, the EX version. And um yeah, so this is a really cool program because not only is it pretty comprehensive as far as illustration, but it's also made for comics, and also I can do animation. Sort of. I mean, I don't know how, but it is possible. Um, I've actually used Motion Artist as well, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Let me see. That did save, didn't it? Good. Ah, cool. I've heard good things about both those programs, both Krita and Blender. Yeah, usually I stick to open source stuff, but Clip Studio was on sale, and it may have been close to my birthday, and I could actually own the disc. That was a big plus. So it's not like one of these rental programs. It was something I could actually own. Oh, well, that's weird. Yeah, the transparent layers, it's that's not difficult. So, oh, yeah, there's a lot of misunderstandings and issues that can come up. Let me see. I'm not happy with that color or that line. But yeah, when you're hiring art done, it's stuff can go badly so easily. But see, I love working in layers. So you can see I've got a ton of layers that I'm working with here, just so that I can keep the hair separate from the skin and the eyes separate. That looks super creepy, so I went ahead and did eyes. and you know the clothes separate from the skin again, just because you have all this stuff that's so close to each other, and it's just really easy to accidentally blur things. Um, well, so you've got a logo that you're wanting to give a transparent background. Now, I've done that before with my logo, which I originally drew on paper. So with something like Clip Studio, you could use the auto select tool, and you could probably select the entire logo with that, and then uh, invert selected area, and then you just delete it out. Yeah, as long as you have like your alpha channel enabled. So I haven't really worked with Krita, so I'm not sure what they call everything. Um, but I remember when I used to work with GIMP, the transparency layer was called the alpha layer, and what you had to do was use a lasso type selection tool and just carefully outline everything that you wanted, and then that would select it, and then you could crop or invert selected area, and then delete outside, or delete outside your selected area, or invert it and delete inside your selected area, which would be everything but the logo. So yeah, rather than erase every little piece of it bit by bit, just make sure that you have your transparency layer for it to rest on, and then use a selection tool to outline the entire thing carefully. And then figure out which way you're going, whether you're deleting everything outside the selection or everything inside the selection. So, I mean, that's how I would do it. Combo tool, paint bucket, and eraser. I don't know. Oh, that's a thought. Oh, yeah, always save a backup. Yeah. And no matter what, you're going to be zooming in on it and going over every pixel at some point for some reason anyway. Okay, so I also wanted to paint this in green. And get this darker on the inside corner so it reads better as a three-dimensional object. So this one is actually a client piece. So this is going to be the cover to a collection of short stories. Yeah, I also got to read the stories already, so I'm really excited about this project. It's pretty cool. So after I get uh, flats and shadows painted, I'm going to go over it with a new layer, like an overlay layer, and paint in the highlights. So yeah, I can't get over how nice, how absolutely wonderful Clip Studio Paint is. I cannot get over it. It's like I started off using uh, a drawing tablet from Monoprice, and let me see, and GIMP, and this is just light years beyond it. This is so nice. So it works well with the Wacom Intuos, and um, it pretty much does everything and a lot more than I want it to do. Like I don't even know half of what this program can do. I've been kind of sort of teaching myself how to use it. Yeah, it was good that I had GIMP as a free one to get down the basics of using a program at all, rather than traditional painting. But I have really enjoyed this. Let me see. I think I like this blending tool better for the interior. Yeah, yeah, and I might get those in addition, but I've got I've got to learn more about this one first. Um, but yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff, especially about Blender. It seems to be like the choice for animation, like over. You get to do a lot of 3D modeling with it too. Well, there is some 3D modeling you can do in this program, but I don't know how yet. Oh, that's neat. What's the name of the movie? Oh, that's cool though. Yeah, so I've also downloaded OpenTunes, which um, now has a manual that's been translated to English, so I figured I might as well. And also, there's a way for it's in here somewhere. Yeah. So in the export animation, it says OpenTunes scene file. So this is made to work with OpenTunes. So after I learn Clip Studio, then I'll learn OpenTunes, and then, oh gracious, I've got a list. But yeah, one of the things that I want to do, um, like currently I have a comic series that I'm working on, and it would also be a good story to tell as an animated series, to tell it more in depth. So that's one reason I really want to learn how to animate. Even if I can't animate an entire series, well, I don't even know if I can post a link. Restream's weird about that. But yeah, if it'll let you. So yeah, I gotta learn Restream too. I see three dots. Let me see. Uh, nope. I can't click on it. But yeah, if I can probably Google, you know. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. But yeah, I'm really excited about all the possibilities in, the indie space of developing, real full-fledged animation and releasing it online or on various streaming services. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities out there. There's room for there's room for some amazing innovations if you know people can get their act together and actually do it. Yeah, I'll look that up. Thank you for the heads up. Oh, that's good. If I can actually get like a pilot episode together, or well, I'm starting off trying to make a trailer for the Kickstarter for the next issue of the comic series. So I'm getting there. I've got a scene, roughed out. If I can figure out how to do the in betweens, I was just looking that up today. Um, it could be that I was doing things right to do the in betweens, but it was still being a little bit cranky since I had the updates and I had all kind of issues. Uh, there was stuff did not go well. Let me see. Okay, I'm thinking that this dragonfly should probably be on a separate layer. What can I do about that? Let's see if this works like it did in my head. Well, it is on a different layer. But where is it? Okay, it's on this one. Let me make a note so I don't forget which one that is. Okay, now what was this? Was this nothing? Yep, nothing changed, so I can delete that layer. And this, I don't know why it made 2 or 3 copies. Goodness. Okay, so now I should be able to select this and clear inside Okay, just clear. Okay, so it's still on the dragonfly layer and it's no longer on the clothes layer. That's what I need. Kind of looks like one of those old paper things from Spirited Away now. All right, well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I stream on usually Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8:45 to about 9:30. All right, well, you have a good night too. I hope to see you again sometime. Yeah, I really do. I need to do that. Yeah, so I've just been told that I need to post my schedule more places. So yeah, I'll dig in. I'll do that. You're the second person to tell me this today. So I guess I'd better do it then. But time for me to go too. So thank you for keeping me company. I appreciate it. And if you have a minute, you can stop by my website, otherrealmstudio.com, and check out my portfolio. I have a newsletter, I do art commission, and I also have a comic. This is issue 1 of Soulbound, which is about a pragmatic med student who is flung through a portal to another world of magic, myth, monsters, and mayhem. You have a good weekend too. Um, let's see. Gotta remember to do this right. So I have print issues available on otherrealmstudio.com on the Shop Comics and More page. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you would rather read it on Kindle, I'm on Amazon as well. So I have the Kindle edition there. So yeah, I don't know how to post links either. I have a lot of stuff to learn still. But if you search Soulbound Adrift, it's going to be the first thing that pops up. There's a lot of novels called Soulbound, but mine is the comic. And also with the subtitle being Adrift. I think it's the only one. But yeah, so far reviews are pretty good, and we're working on issue 2. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I could use some tips. It's hard to just dig up all the information myself and remember it and implement it because I'm learning like 30 things at once. Oh, that's awesome. Mhm. I'll do that. Thank you for the tip. So it's time for me to go, but it's been a much better day today than it was yesterday. Oh, well, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, remember to save. There it goes. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's just how it goes. Okay. All right, you too. Good night. And for anyone else who might be watching or watching later, y'all have a good night too. And I'll see you in the other realm.